So the first thing is the eggplant.
Beautiful, beautiful eggplant.
Absolutely. So this is Fairy Tale. This is actually a graffiti eggplant, but Fairy Tale's an heirloom. They're a little bit smaller. We source them to the point where we actually go to the farm and pick out the sizes that we want to use. Yeah. So they're really clean flavored eggplant. They lend themselves very well to the brining process.
Okay.
So most people just grill eggplant or slice it up, marinate it a little bit, and that's it. What we're going to actually do is submerge it in a pickled garlic brine.
Wow.
And then we let it sit anywhere from 12 to 24 hours.
And what does that do?
So what it does, it actually adds moisture that you want in the eggplant flavor. So right now we have vinegar.
Do you put any salt in there?
What's that?
Do you put any salt?
Yep, and salt will actually help draw out the moisture. So we're going to start the brine, and then we're going to work our way into the actual marinating process. So right now I just do, it's pretty simple. It's just equal parts sugar, white balsamic vinegar, and a little bit of water.
Now, white balsamic, why would you use that as opposed to another vinegar?
So white balsamic, it's very clean. It has this really subtle sweetness to it that I think is pretty versatile and goes really well with pickles. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to slice our garlic nice and thin.
And I see we have some already brined eggplant here, and what you notice right off the bat is how different the colors change.
Exactly. So the acid kind of works with this is the pigment in here is called anthocyanin, and it's water soluble. So we're going to add water to it, and what it's going to do is actually going to start bleeding into the rest of the eggplant.
It's really
that's where you get that really nice kind of blue color to it. So right now we have our pickle brine is coming up to a simmer. We're just slicing some garlic. So it gets rid of that kind of that bite, that that spiciness just by pickling it, and it's going to add a nice sweetness and really show that to the garlic. So this is just about up to a simmer. So what we're going to do now.
I'm always picking the garlic cloves out of the dill pickles and eating them. I love garlic.
Fair enough.
Can't get enough.
So as soon as this comes up, we add the garlic, and then we're just going to shut it off.
So you just let that kind of hang out.
Exactly. We just let it steep, and we go from anywhere from preferably more than an hour, but the longer the better, to be perfectly honest. Okay. So now that that's going, we're going to clean our eggplant. So we'll use this guy.
And I notice you leave all of the skin on.
Yeah, so we leave the skin. It kind of helps grill. It actually adds some nice texture after you actually grill it. It'll char it and kind of add a little crunch to it. So I also kind of like the tip of it. I think it looks nice. Again, talking about, maintaining that integrity of the actual vegetable.
You know what you're eating.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of clean it up just a little bit.
Okay.
So after we kind of clean up the top there, we're just going to split it right in half.
Okay, great.
So what I'm going to do now is just kind of score the eggplant.
Okay, and what's that do?
So it kind of opens it up a little bit, allows that brine to kind of permeate a little bit faster, and it also, just for aesthetically, it looks nice.
It does look nice.
So after the eggplant, we're going to take this, and what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little bit of this pickled garlic juice.
And you always brine it just on a plate like that?
It's best to kind of submerge it. We actually at the restaurant will cryovac them. So we'll put them in almost like a marinate them and then cryovac them, and that'll really kind of help. So after we're just going to season the face a little bit.
All right.
And we're going to flip them over.
And these are going to kind of release a lot of their own natural moisture and then absorb that brine?
Exactly.
Cool.
Osmosis will occur, and then it'll kind of transfer. So we're going to let these go.